ESG, where it stands now, is based on two assumptions that are actually not fully applicable. So assumption number one would be that ESG disclosures influence investment decisions. And the assumption two would be that ESG disclosures help investors generally to contribute to a transformation towards a low carbon, circular, and minimal impact economy. But the problem is that only very few private investors are willing to give up return, even if they recognize that risks are better managed by firms that do have an ESG strategy. So what is really needed is that these financial sector norms just become more generally right and more generally relevant. Otherwise, we have this alphabet soup of ESG institutions and assessment providers, etc., without really solving the starting point problem of the planetary boundaries and SDG achievement. And I think one way out, this was also alluded to by Kun Appinya, is of course to support ESG with a more general strategy that can be national, that can also be international. And for example, in the EU, there is the EU Green Deal as a flanking and supporting strategy, as well as the EU Sustainable Finance Action Plan, which kind of promotes also the purposes of the EU Green Deal.
From a Berlin-based company that has the perspective of what's been going on in Europe, what do you think that Thailand can do right away to meet its goals in ESG?
Well, I think really the focus should be on opportunities here, and also to, even if right now, of course, economic recovery must come first, to do so to plan, to strategize from a longer term perspective, so that there is really a more sophisticated engagement with ESG and also sustainability issues at large. And this can and will also help to really understand stakeholder expectations for companies, better management of resources, and also in the development of long-term strategies, which can bring this increased resilience, corporate resilience that everybody is also looking for, and can lead the R&D and innovation efforts of companies. And of course, it would also be really important for Thailand to understand the dynamic international policy space around ESG, because things have been moving quite fast. And as a country that is interested both in foreign direct investment, as well as on the top of the list with regards to regional ETFs, it's really important to be up to speed on the most recent developments in the ESG space, while at the same time also understanding the limits that the ESG approach has.